Well, we are in a different recording studio today. Sananda here. We went for a walk with Sharon this morning. It felt so refreshing to breathe in that spring air, feeling what that feels like on the skin. It lifted our spirits. It lifted Sharon's spirits. I know we could feel that. And then here in this home in Linwood, Washington, where she comes every other weekend to bring her grandson Leaf back and forth, the roommates are having a birthday party. And I thought maybe we'd wait and see if there was a window, and I tiptoed out to see if I should say something to them. And I realized, we got another recording studio. Pivot, and here we are. Comfortable, beautiful day. So we're glad to see all of you here. I am, contrary to maybe what you are sensing in your world of Earth, I'm feeling really good. and that doesn't negate in any way the fact that there is a lot in the physical that could give rise to fear and anxiety and frustration and God, where are you kind of feelings for you. We totally get that. How many of you have been holding the vision, doing the work, calling in new forms, new ways of having families, new ways of having money, new ways of working together, new ways of doing what you love and being supported by that? I dare say all of you. And you didn't know that your vision, that you're very holding on to that kind of change would bring you to this moment of craziness, of chaos and craziness and violence and struggle and divisiveness. At least on a physical level, you had forgotten. But when you consider that each one of you were born into a tribal mind, we'll say, a group of rules and beliefs and constructs that said, this is who you are, this is what life is, this is why you are here, etc., etc. You were born into boxes, and those boxes could also have been a good foundation from which to grow and grow. But most of the boxes on planet Earth had become so solidified into cultures of domination, using your creativity, using your good work so that someone else receives the benefit, the resources, and the money. You've been really trapped in a very, very constricting house. And here you are, you've survived it, you've painted it, you've made it look pretty, you've brought in flowers, you've done so many things to make your house of Earth life more compatible to who you are and what you want for others. But what is happening in the world today is a major house humanity relationship, world, country renewal. That it goes through demolishing of a remodeling time. If you've ever lived in a house that is being remodeled, and you're in this house and you've made it lovely, you've made it comfortable, it's cozy, but you want it different, you want it larger, you want it more expansive, more windows, etc. And you've designed it. Just like all of you have designed something new in your world, whether it's new physical body capabilities, whether it's new career, whether it's new ways of contributing to the world, you're all designing something new. And I dare say that you're designing it with the help of those in the unseen worlds that are on your team. They want it for you too. So you've got this beautiful, beautiful blueprint in place, and you've wondered if it would ever happen. And you see glimpses of it here and there, new fence maybe a fire pit. So, and here you are now being called to major remodel. And you're also saying, and I'm not leaving my body, I'm not leaving the house while it happens. I'm not moving it down there to Marriott Hotel. I'm in my house while the remodel's going on. And I dare say there's going to be times ahead that will feel very, very uncomfortable. But if you remember what is going on, this isn't punishment time. This isn't war time. It isn't violence time. It's remodel time. And when you remodel, you might have to knock out walls. You may have to rip up floors. You may have to take out insulation. And how can you do that? Most with as much, I was going to say generosity to the process, but also keeping yourself balanced, keeping the plan energized. Don't fire your contractors. Don't give up hope. Remember what you're doing. You're remodeling. And even bigger than that, you're dismantling and building new. This is the time when the dust, the mold, the cracking walls could really discourage you. We really want to be there with you and for you because we're holding the plans too, but we're holding your plans within the greater scheme of very expansive plans. We know how you fit. It's like for Sharon taking a walk this morning. She's not usually in a neighborhood. She walks in the neighborhood and down the road and sees the flowers and takes a break from it all. That's what you'll want to do. And those who see this as catastrophe, they're not of your tribe. Those in your tribe, in your mission village, are remembering what it's about. Not everyone is. So take nourishment from each other, take encouragement from each other. You reach out and have a phone call. If you're close, go to a movie. This is going to take some time. Your plan, your part of it, may take more time than you wanted it to take. Talk to us about that. See what we might have to help you modify or revise or add to, bring us in as part of your consultant team. Take time to breathe. Take time to go for walks. When you get panicked, when you get angry, when you get frustrated, manage the construction site. What do you have in your toolbox that can calm you down? Or what do you have in your toolbox that can solve a problem that you didn't know would be coming up? The outcome will be as magnificent and expansive as you can hold it to be. And it's okay if sometimes along the way you get tired and you take a nap. Just don't let go of the plan. Just say to us, hey, I need to take a break. Would you hold the plan for me? Hold the outcome for me. Keep working with it. I need a break. Turn it over to us. Call one of your sisters and say, I just need to have a good chat. Or I don't see what might be around this block. Maybe you could see. You're better prepared for what is coming now than most anyone else on the planet. You understand that the original mission for Earth wasn't just to learn lessons. You understand that. You understand that if you just obey and hang tight, that this too will pass and you won't ever have to come back again. That's not the purpose either. You understand the purpose. You understand that there are agendas on the planet that manifest as violence and conflict and divisiveness and lies and deceit, all of that. So don't be surprised. Use your tools. Turn them over to us. Raphael wants to say something to you. Raphael's been bringing the energy down from the galactic collective councils, and kind of bringing that information in. So this is what I want to say to you. You you've upped the ante. You've upped the ante, and the galactic collective councils. Councils. Thank you for that. In the galactic worlds beyond your own worlds, as you understand, have decreed no more agendas of outsider domination, power over will be allowed to even be chosen. No one can begin that agenda ever. This moment forward, well, a year ago forward, they set that in place. So what was it? Maybe 2 weeks ago? You guys get in circles and things emerge that surprise you and surprise us. And we go for it, go for it. And what did you say? Stop. Enough. We are done. Stop. We don't need the manifesting of outsider energy anymore. Stop. Whatever's coming, stop. Whoever you are, you have no right to even manifest it any longer. Stop. We've had enough. We got the message. Enough. We know. We authorities know. We are done. That was even more impressive than how we said it. So kudos to you. Kudos to you. Because that is what this group has, knows, and shares and acts on. That's very unique because you have been remembering Earth Mission. You have been remembering Earth Mission as it was intended to be, and you've been acting on it. And here we are. Can you imagine what would be going on in Ukraine and Poland and Russia and our countries and all the countries around the world in Europe if the outsiders a month and 2 months ago were at the full force that they were in 2000? Do you think the Ukrainians would have had the support to do what they're doing, inner support? Do you think that the humanity, the world around, individuals standing up and saying no, opening their hearts and saying no, do you think that would have been possible with such a heavy, 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 heavy load of the outsiders of 2000? It wouldn't have been possible. Knowing and remembering Earth Mission, embracing your authority as a female, acting on those things in your own life, therefore for humanity, makes this moment possible for a pivot moment with what's going on in the world. So is it hard to see? Is it difficult to see? Yes, it is. Do we want to see people suffer? No, stop. We've had enough. Done. And then the extra piece of really done, and holding the outcome. What is the outcome you want for the world because of this situation? Have you thought about that? Do you just want peace? Do you just want Putin to go away? Or do you want an outcome bigger than that, bigger than that, bigger than that? What about an outcome where the unification that you're seeing in the different countries, putting baby strollers and picking up pets and farmers stopping tanks, the unification of the human spirit of good being the norm, being the norm. What about that? Then peace can occur. Yes, then love can occur. Then compassion can happen. But what about the unification of the human spirit of good being the foundation? And from that place, what has been destroyed can be restored, be rebuilt, new cultures, new forms, new friendships, new interactions. Think about it. You hold that kind of possibility. We in the unseen, multiples of us, we see and hold possibilities. And you get glimpses, they emerge into your life as they relate to you and how they touch you. They are so accurate. Do not distrust your intuition. Speak it into this world, anchor it down into Gaia. Because we can't. We're up there like vibrations, ideas, information that needs to be anchored. And you can do it and have been doing it. So that's what the Galactic Council wants you to know. They know what you did. They know the value of it. They know the strength and the resonance it will add to change this culture of domination. They know. Maybe even more than you do. So I thank you for that. Gaia wants to speak to you. All of you sit at various times in parts of my home. And I am so honored to be part of the mission with you sisters. That's new. Well, relatively. A few years old. But for the major part of this Earth mission, I had no right to speak in my own behalf. It was not given to me. That was not going to be necessary. So what I'm feeling today is the appreciation of your presence and the appreciation of your voices. Please, please continue to encourage women, those souls in female bodies, to know their heart, their soul, their love, and be supported in speaking it, in speaking their pain and being heard, not victim shamed, in being encouraged to speak their dreams and be heard. Encourage that. It's very rare still out in the world. It occurs to me that you may know or you may not know the power of calling together groups in the unseen in your imagination to create a gathering of sisters in various parts of the world beyond Zoom, and sitting with them in this lifetime, wherever they are on the planet, and teaching them what you know about the role of women, the voice of authority, the importance of their designs and their dreams. I think it's going to take too long if we try to do it one person, one woman at a time physically. Do that too. What about calling together, letting us bring them? I'm going to have a meeting tomorrow, team, 2:00 Pacific time, and I want you to bring me those souls who are ready for what I'm able to tell them. And then you have your meeting, and you be the teacher, and you be the empowerer, and you bring in Sophia, and you do a Sophia ceremony to bless every one of those women in activating their Sophia voice of discernment. And you do that every day. What would be the impact? What would be the impact to start raising the veils and the numbing and the control and the shackles that women are still within all over my home, all over my home? I'm going to make that a challenge. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what it brings to you, and then watch for what happens out in the world. because we need women waking up with their correct assignment. I'm reminded of a backlash that has just taken place in South Korea. South Korea was at the leading edge of the Me Too movement. They were doing phenomenal things, de-seating leaders. And they'd been doing that for the past at least 5 years. And then they had an election. And one of those running for president, said, women are out of hand. They've gotten out of hand. We need to rein them back. And he gathered the young men. The young men. They were his constituents. They were the ones who were supported, who felt threatened by what was called the feminist Me Too movement. And he won. He is now in power. Why do we have this coloration out there in this world, in the country of the United States, that says women hate men? What is being left behind that's not the truth? That's not correcting back to Earth mission balance of responsibility or assignment. It is making a greater division, and we need to change that. I'm calling you to it. I'm calling you to it. I'm just looking out at the trees and the different configurations on the trunks of these firs and wonder who painted that. Which animal painted and created the beauty of that tree, added to what I already was growing. We're in that time. There is great excitement, new possibilities, and they don't have to be heavy. You have new support from worlds unseen than was available to humanity even 2 to 3 years ago. We're just starting to be able to talk to you and share a little bit about that with you. You are not in the place you were 5 years ago. You are not in the place your grandmothers were. You are in a totally new place. So I'm just really glad to be able to be here with you. This is good. Very good. And we love you. And we want to support and energize and bless and lift you in any way you'll let us. You're not alone. Not alone. And with that, we'll take our leave.